Penn State puts a lot of effort in accommodating for disabled people. We have a shuttle service that picks you up at home and takes you to your class. We have ramps everywhere. We have elevators. But sometimes they just fail doing what they're supposed to do.
And we decided to focus on the ethical issues of this wheelchair lift located in the Sackett building.
It has two functions. The first, physically moving the person up and down the steps. The second, the more abstract and more important function, is the fact that it includes a disabled person in everyday life.
So how exactly does this lift fail in restoring autonomy? Number one, there is no real autonomy. A disabled person, no person can actually use this chair on his own. You have to call for help so that someone with a key who operates this device comes. Imagine you wanted to pick up a paper or talk to someone for a short period of time. Would you, as a disabled person, come here, call someone, wait for that person, be lifted up here and come and have the same issues going down again? How are you included in everyday life if something like that makes you think about the consequences of a short chat?
What would be the alternative to this lift? An elevator.
If an elevator would have been installed instead, it would be a lot more convenient for a handicapped person to use. They would simply need to roll in, press a button, go to the floor they want, and roll straight out. That's real autonomy. They wouldn't feel like it's only designed for them. This is a piece of technology that everyone uses every day, and the person would feel like they were included in everyday activity. In a utilitarian point of view, this elevator helps more than just one person. It's the greatest good for all people. Everyone can use this elevator, whether they're elderly, handicapped, young, old, or even lazy.
We are fully aware of the fact that the elevator is way more expensive and needs more room than the simple chairlift. But this one at least does what it's designed to do. It not only moves a person up and down, it includes the person in everyday life, which is the main goal of it.
In conclusion, we decided if you're going to do it right. Instead of taking the shortcut would only clear your conscience and it wouldn't achieve the original goal intended.
So how feasible do you think this is for any handicapped person to manage without the assistance of others? Once again, the terrain is very unmanageable for handicapped people. Why is it the main campus can have shuttle transportation for handicapped personnel, so the campus small as Berks doesn't?
Unlike the terrain outside, the library is fully accessible to handicapped individuals.
Okay, so similar to the library, we have a set of doors that opens up with the buttons, but unfortunately, this set of doors only opens. This button only activates the first set of doors. Then you have to go through, and then you would have to maneuver a wheelchair over to the second set of buttons, which is right here, which would activate the second set. Which is still, you can get in, but it's a little more difficult to get in the doors if you're maneuvering a wheelchair before they're closing. Hi, now that we're in the Lorson building, which is an older building, probably dates back, I think, to the 1970s, we do find that we do have a nice, convenient elevator that does not require a key for operation. Anybody can use the elevator to get up to any one of the 3 floors.
Once again, like Larson, Perkins has handicap accessibility through the front door. This is also a 1970s building. As you can see, on the way to the elevator, every entrance is handicap accessible. Once again, in Perkins, we have handicap accessibility via an elevator, no key required.
This building, the newer building like the library, also is a very easy way to get in. One button, two doors. Also, very wide hallways and a one-floor design. Very great accessibility for everyone.
As you can see, both the older and newer buildings are decently accessible for handicapped individuals, although some of the examples are better than others. The door at the Lewerson building is not quite as convenient as the other doors, but the challenge of the outdoor terrain is a different story completely. The terrain between buildings could be a challenge for most wheelchair-bound persons. The worst case of a handicap challenge is the steep steps to the newer dormitories. This obstacle almost warrants some type of student transportation system like they would have at the main campus. But in conclusion, navigating the terrain is very exclusionary, but at the building, the usability is very good in every instance.